Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another round of Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. We are going to jump right back into where we left off last week. We just finished a bunch of side stories in this mining area. And we now have... Hello Hans! We have one more stop to go before we get to the gnome city of Edessa. So that should be fun. So let's go to upper tier, let's explore that. And once we're done with Edessa, we're gonna go back through the Red Marches and back to Arathel, probably tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea how long upper tier is gonna take us, so that's gonna be the first stop. So yeah, we're on the right track, we gotta find this road and then go there. I do apologize if I'm a bit out of it today because it has been one hell of a week. And we are 1 week before Gamescom, so everybody is still very busy in my job, so it's been a week. Oh. Oh, we got some new outlaws. Not the Red Legion, not the Freemen, but something completely different. I guess every section needs one of these. New lore stones, let's go.
Rattlesnake was a vain and ugly creature. He crawled in dark places and avoided the other desert animals. He was lonely but refused to act like it. One day, while sitting under a rock and wishing to be happy, he saw a desert runner sprinting past. "Wait," it called to the bird. "I have a favor to ask of you."
Rattlesnakes are not ugly. Snakes are beautiful creatures. How dare. Motus Mining documents. You've discovered a strange, seemingly official document stamped with the seal of Motus Mining concerns. It may hold secrets about the company's time governing upper tier. Okay. Well, we're definitely reading that. Motus Mining Day 51. It is done. Snaketail Grotto has been closed. The bodies have been buried. All obvious traces of the refinement unit disaster have been covered and sealed. If the gods are good, no one will ever question our intentions here. Motus Mining built Whitestone and Upper Tier. We will forever be servants of the people, but the time has come to move on. All operations are henceforth being moved to the new sites in HoloLens. Okay. So there was some kind of disaster that got covered up, and that caused them to move. That caused them to move from one area to the next one. Locate the files of the Motus Mining Company. Okay. Are those all in upper tier? We don't know yet. Wait. There we go. Oh yeah, that definitely looks like there was a lot of mining done here. We've got structures all over the place. Plant. Let's pick up the plant first. And then we go into town and find out what exactly is going on here.
Well, well, well. Never seen your face before. Can't say I like it. Listen up, Dogface. There are 2 rules in Bone Town. Number 1, Mayor Eswin's law is absolute. Number 2, if you don't like rule number 1, then you'd better get your ass out of town. Now go meet the mayor yourself. He likes to know what the kobolds kicking from the wastes, especially with the families running wild.
I am tempted to pick this one just because this dude is pissing me off, but...
Listen to that. You're fitting in pretty well already. I'll see you around Whitestone, Dogface.
What's your problem? Do you treat everyone like this?
He's a dangerous man, and he'll stop at nothing to bring ruin to Whitestone. Luckily, the mayor knows how to deal with crooks like Scoria.
We have never heard of Scoria before, so I don't know how we know how to ask about this guy.
Miners. And they used to make a good living too, back when Modus Mining had its teeth in Apatia. When Modus pulled out, the money dried up. Now most of them are criminals. A nasty lot. The Zungars are the worst. The Darkvari and the Sinrig know Liana's dance as well. There's plenty of them. Just ask Kara, or walk a few paces out of Whitestone in any direction. Sometimes they even come into town. A few weeks ago, I caught a bandit trying to slip into the mayor's window. Fool. He's been locked up in a cage ever since. As an example. People call it Bone Town because of the pale rocks jutting up from the sand. And because of the death rate. Simpesta Liana was first sworn. They called her the Desert Runner, and you do well to learn her ways out here. He's not from around here. A city boy born and raised in Myria. Came to seek fortune, but landed in Apatia right when Motus Mining caught their losses. You'd think he'd wither in this desert, but it was his idea to bring in the mercenaries. With Mayor Eswin in Whitestone, we have a fighting chance.
Alright.
Good day. Watch yourself around the mayor's men. They're civilized, but they're not.
Good to know.
Stay out of trouble. Weapons away. Move along.
My weapons are not going anywhere.
No time for conversation. I'm on the job. What's there to say? It's an unfortunate affair. I don't foresee anyone coming out the better for it. I only hope that many return from the front lines unharmed.
Yeah, doubt.
Nothing to tell, really. My wife and I lived in Rathir, until we had to take work elsewhere. She in the army and me with this rough outfit. I hate being apart.
Aw.
Same as any place else, in my opinion. I just stick to the job. Guard, train, and rough up anyone who gets in the way of the mayor's plans.
Alright.
Mind yourself.
The Thirsty Wench. Okay. We've got a tavern. That's a mercenary. Hello.
Welcome to the Thirsty Wench. I'm Bera Grastar, owner, innkeep, and namesake. We don't get many strangers in Whitestone, at least not since Motus pulled out and the mercenaries dug in. What can I get you? Don't tell anyone, but I've run out of meat to serve the customers. If these louts find out, they're liable to start a riot. Do you have any meat with you? I'll pay you good money for it.
I can get some.
Okay, I guess that's better than nothing. I don't care where you get it, as long as it smells like meat when I place it over the fire. Not everyone in Apatir worked for one of the big mining families, but most of them did. And when the work dried up, they stayed with their crews. Only now they're robbing travelers and kidnapping merchants instead of digging. Only thing we dig in Whitestone these days are graves.
I feel like we've got a bit of a Mrs. Lovett situation going on here.
He's fine as far as nobles go, although he doesn't exactly fit in around here. He lacks that important layer of filth that comes from growing up in Apatir.
The way her head is placed with the light behind it looks like she's got a halo.
Barely worth my breath, those bastards. Tell me, is it right to build a town and then suddenly leave it to rats? I don't think so either. The gnomes of Motus Mining have the people's hopes to answer for. They know better than to ever show their faces in Apatir again. You mean Steg? He's a good kid. Dumb as a plank, but sweet as they come. I really hope he gets out soon so he and Rindy can be together.
We don't actually have any animal meat, do we? Nah, we don't. These guys are all miners. That's a mercenary.
Are they giving you a hard time around here too? Whitestone, a boot full of vipers, this place. Can't stand it. And after everything we've done for them down in Sun Camp, you'd think they'd be more appreciative. And starvation's too good for the mayor, I say. You don't look like one of Eswin's ruffians. No, you look different, which is a good thing in this sun-blasted nothing. All right, I'll tell you. Our friend the mayor has something stashed up in his house, something worth a fortune. Can you believe that? There's something of actual value in Whitestone. I've been sent to get it, but I can't seem to find a way in. Until inspiration strikes, I'm waiting here, keeping the ale busy. We're travelers by affiliation, but we specialize in fair exchange of goods and services. Not to say we won't steal, it's just not our stock and trade. You'll find us east of here, past the old Motus Mining headquarters building, just shy of the seaside cliffs. You should stop by, it's quite a view. Silly question. Who doesn't hate the mayor? We travelers had a good thing going here in Whitestone. The people came to us for their needs. We had a relationship. Now Mayor Eswin says trading with travelers is illegal, and as a result the folks of Apatir won't touch us. I'm surprised they even let me into town without a fight. I should have said that. Oh well, too late for regrets. It wasn't my life plan to become a traveler, believe me. But sometimes necessity is the only star you follow. My parents were miners and worked themselves to the bone to provide. When the Terrenium dried up, so did they, you could say. I didn't want to leave Apatir, so I stayed. He's as corrupt as they come, but I shouldn't be one to speak, not with my associations. Still, it's one thing to say you're a crook, and another to pretend you're not.
That is true. I do appreciate characters who are at least upfront.
Some of us join because we have to. Others expect it to be an adventure. We're a patchwork, really, a glorious patchwork of imperfection. It's a good town, or it was before the Motus disaster and the mercenaries. I have fond memories of Whitestone. I used to buy candy at Varric's place. Simpler times. Bye.
Okay, so I'm getting mixed signals here about this mayor. On the one hand, I fully understand him not wanting to trade with travelers. On the other hand, he does seem to be a bit of a crook, so I'm not entirely sure yet what exactly is going on here.
What is it? Can't you see I'm celebrating?
You're talking to the wall.
Raise a glass, friend. Let's make a toast to cowards. I've made a choice, you see. After much deliberation and many pines, I've decided to disobey my direct superiors and not perform my duties. To the fires with orders. I'm finished delivering death notices. I've seen the faces of the war dead. I've no desire to look into the eyes of their loved ones.
He is glitching out like crazy.
I volunteered to be a messenger, to bring death notices from the War Council to the families of the deceased. I thought it would be welcome respite from the war. It's been its own kind of hell. I got through some of them, but by the time I reached Apatir, I was done. You would do that? It would keep me from getting discharged. For I'm not going back. Here are the death notices. Take this medicine as well. I have my own right here. Ironic, isn't it? I can face the enemy, but I can't face the families of those who fought beside me. Pathetic.
No,
Your
that makes
energy
sense.
will not be spent in vain. I will pay you well to do this for me, but the road will be long and fraught with grief.
That's fine.
Tell them what you want. Won't change what has happened. Their sons and daughters are gone. No one can soften that blow. I walk the wall of Melsenshir. Do you know what that's like? The silence breathes. The shadows move. Every night is a lifetime. No drink can drown those memories. What's there to say? The Tuatha just keep growing bolder, and our numbers fewer. Not like the people of Apatir care. They've got their own problems. This village is as good as any. I've seen many such places, all of them ravaged by the war, all of them feeling the distant decay of the Tuatha. There is no escape. Goodbye.
Yeah, this man definitely has PTSD. He needs a therapist. That much is for sure.
Hi.
Oh, that's the guy in the cage. Okay. Let me make a new save here.
Good day. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, if you're fond of a good story, lend me your ear. I won't disappoint. I'll try to keep it short, even though I've got all the time in the world for embellishment.
What did you do?
What did I do? Nothing. I just happened to bear the name Darkvari, a crimen upper-tier in these trying times. The mayor's blade seized me at the gates of Edessa. Here's the trick of it. I was leaving home, slipping free of my familial bondage. I'm no thug. I am guilty of but one crime only. Stealing a girl's heart. Her name is Hrindi Zungar, and at this very moment she waits for me with no word of my whereabouts. Please, stranger, will you help me?
I heard you tried to steal from the mayor.
She is the sun that comes to warm me every morning. We met a short time ago, mere weeks, but true love has no memory of time. Yes, Zungars and Darkvari aren't exactly kin. In fact, they're sworn enemies and rivals. Imagine how powerful they'd be if they shared blood instead of spilled it.
So we've got Romeo and Juliet going on here.
No problem. I've grown quite fond of this cage. I've given all the rats names, even the dead ones.
I want to know more about what's going on.
Sinrix, Darkvari, Zungars, and Scorias, all bastards. Not half as bad as these guards. They can't catch all of us, and we can't kill all of them. I care not for stale poison. I doubt the Zungars and Darkvari even know why they're angry. It's an old hatred, old as the red stone. Hrindi and I want none of it. I am no one of consequence, something the guards in Whitestone failed to realize. However, if you ask my father, he'd take my side.
I'm a complete disappointment. Look, I'm in a cage in the middle of this town. What do you want me to say? I'm not really in a good position to talk about it right now.
He's got a point there. I feel like we need to talk to the mayor before we can make a qualified decision here. Damn. Got a hidden stash here.
Stand right there. Let me take a look at you. Filthy, weary, lonely, but special, that's for certain. We don't see folks like you in Whitestone very often. I'm Mayor Eswin Elfhelm, and I'm the closest thing to a friend you've got around here. An obstacle in the way of progress. The old man still believes that Apotia could come back from its decline by force of will. Typical of a miner. Keeps digging away. There are 4 mining families. The Darkvari, the Sinriks, Zungars, and the Scorias. When the gnomes departed, so did the jobs. There was nothing for the miners left behind. Starvation, desperation, well, they change people. Most of the miners in Apotia kept their sanity, even when they lost everything else. The others, they turned to banditry. The usual, theft, kidnapping, murder. You'd best stick close to Whitestone. You're an easy target.
I am the opposite of an easy target, but thank you.
The Sinrig boys think this is a game. They're laughing now, but we'll see how they like the taste of their own ruthlessness. They're the second oldest family in Apotia, and they're headed for a prison, or the graveyard. The Darkvari were hit hardest by Modus's relocation. The young men and women watched the elders and children waste away. Now they're all that's left. Sad story, isn't it? Doesn't excuse their lawlessness. Once the Terrenium ran out, they moved on. Gnomes don't care for the welfare of other races. They're hoping we'll kill each other off. Save them the trouble. My given name is Eswin Elfhelm, but people around here call me Mayor Eswin. They're simple people. That's why I like them. I grew up in the old main city of Myria, west of here. I'd never worked a full day in my life. I'm certainly making up for it now. I sleep 1-2 hours a night.
Not good. You should stop doing that. Get some sleep.
Terrenium. It's the only reason the gnomes ever graced it here with their presence. Normally they'd find the climate too dry. They like their beards curly. Modus Mining settled Whitestone, built all the mines and relocated the families. Once they'd taken what they came for, they vanished almost overnight. Disgraceful. My home. A lifetime ago, it seems. The port was nice. The smell of fish near the harbor was offensive. You'd have a hard time finding anything that resembles Myria here in Detir. Liars, thieves, and scum. Let's hope they never take control of Apotia. This little town was the heart of the boom, the engine that drove the rise of Edessa. But in business, every boom is followed by the eventual bust. The gnomes moved out. With the gnomes went the gold, and with the gold went the jobs. Whitestone has been a shell of itself since. But I seek to change all that. It would take quite a bit to convince me the Zongars weren't criminals from the start. It's probably no surprise the worst miners of Apotia make the best brigands. Some call it war. I call it survival. The Modus mining interest left an empty throne when it abandoned Apotia, and now everyone wants that power. The people here, the decent, honest, hard-working people of Apotia, have been through enough. Starvation, humiliation. They needed a leader, one who cares. My goals are simple. To stop the warring in Whitestone, and to rescue it from the brink of extinction. And you can help me. What do you say? Partners? I like you. You're not a fool. Want to know what you're getting into? Well, I think big, but I'm smart enough to start small. I need a person who can do both. I want you to acquire something for me. Something that rightfully belongs to me. It's your decision to make. Let me give you a word of advice.
Yeah, not just yet, to be honest. Not just yet. I have a feeling like there's more going on here. Oh, that's Prophet Hill. Yeah, I don't care about that. Hang on. The rest also counts as looting? Yeah. Oh, this one doesn't. Key to the Mayor's Cave. Okay.